Okay, for my argument dissection, hold on, I'm just pulling up my paper. I did the topic of sexual education being mandatory in public schools, and the opposing argument, obviously was pro for sexual education being mandatory in public schools, and the argument came from mostly parents, angry parents, who were against sexual education in public schools. And my position on the issue was that it should be mandatory based on all these facts about STDs in kids or teens in ages 14 to 19, which is what most of the data that I took was from a study from the National Conference of State Legislature about their policies on the states in the United States and what their status was with what they required for sexual education. And I used that in a combination of just STD statistics to prove my point and be like, no, we need it. Not so much for unwanted pregnancy or teen pregnancy, because those statistics have actually been going down, but more so for sexually transmitted diseases, which is actually could be more serious than teen pregnancy because it can lead to infertility. It can lead to very serious long-term health issues later on down the road if teens aren't educated about protection, not for unwanted pregnancy, but for sexually transmitted diseases. That is kind of the focus of mine instead of unwanted pregnancy. Let's go back to the prompt. And they definitely had logical fallacies in theirs because their entire point of view was written as an appeal to fear. The argument was, if you let your children participate or go to sexual education in school, it will encourage them to participate in it earlier. It will, they even mentioned grooming. They were like, those teachers are grooming your kids to want to deviate their mind or something. Just very twisted claims that have no backing and no proof, nothing on that, no backing at all, just claims to make you afraid and to make parents read that and be like, oh my god, I don't want my kids going to school and being a part of that. And then what propositions did I advance? I advanced definitely a proposition of fact, definitely. And I guess inherently some value too, because the way I started out, and I guess it's an emotional topic, so inherently there will be some value in the topic, but mostly fact to refute the emotion appeal that was coming from them, because when they're coming at you with an emotion appeal, you want to kind of refute with a fact appeal to offset that emotion and give you the advantage. And the point of stasis, let me just read this real quick in my paper, sorry. Yeah, I would say the point of stasis is definitely where I interjected with and pointed out the appeal of pity and then turned it around and said, actually, the HPV virus is on the rise. 20% of the actual active sexual population is from 14 to 19-year-olds, and they still make up 10 million STD cases a year. And then I just kind of took that and deconstructed it into facts and was just like, nope, that's probably the stasis, I would say, because I took their weakest point of their argument, which was the appeal to emotion instead of fact, and interjected with my fact, which is the strongest. So yeah.